And it's such a small thing. Call this council meeting to order for Monday, June 15th, 2026. May I have a roll call, please?
Counselor King,
Here.
Counselor Price,
Here.
Counselor Robinson,
Here.
Counselor Seamark, Counselor Staub,
Here.
and Mayor Barr.
Here. All right, please rise and join us in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. All right. I'll ask for a motion for approval of the agenda.
Motion to approve the agenda. Second.
Motion's been made and seconded to approve the agenda. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Agenda is approved as presented. Consent agenda, I'll go to the claims committee. Including Kelly.
Making a motion that we approve the consent agenda, all claims appear to be in order.
I second it.
Motion's been made and seconded by Price to approve the consent agenda. I think all I need is a voice vote. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion is approved to approve the consent agenda. All right, at this time, we will, councilperson Price asked, to interject something at this point. So, I will let her do that.
I just had a request for a change on ordinance 841 on the exhibit B, condition number 2. As it's stated here, it is just, I believe, a typo, but it needs to state, as offered in the PUD application, the developer shall offer alternative financing package to qualified home buyers of a 2% down payment and a mortgage interest rate at least 1% below the prevailing market rate, subject to approval.
So what is your proposed?
I'm making a motion to change from changing the word mortgage rate to interest rate.
Okay.
There's a different.
Mayor and council, this is consistent with the pamphlet, the financing pamphlet that was submitted by the developer. This is more of a typo type correction, just for add clarity.
Okay. Can we, when we go to approve this ordinance on final reading, does that have to be mentioned? Yes, it should. We'll mention it then. Okay. Thank you. All right, moving on, we'll go for a recommendation for Chad Carlin to be appointed as a probationary volunteer firefighter, effective July 1st, 2026.
So Mayor and Council, Mr. Carlin put in his application several months ago and has been on our waiting list. He's completed all requirements that we have. Comes from, he had several years out of state and then 5 years with the Creston Fire, or 7 years with the Creston Fire, I think. The reason why it's effective July 1st is that we have 2 retirements. So he'll be replacing one of those people that are retiring July 1st. If we wait until the later council meeting in July, the way the state retirement works, if he's not a member on July 1st, he would lose credit the entire year. So that's why I'm requesting that we approve him today, starting July 1st, so that he doesn't lose that
Makes sense.
for the first year.
Yeah,
So
good,
this time-
good catch on that, rule of retirement.
Yeah. So yeah, this time I would recommend you guys add him on as a probationary volunteer firefighter starting July 1st.
Okay, may I have a motion, council?
I make a motion that we approve or appoint Chad Carlin as a probationary volunteer firefighter effective July 1st, 2026.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion is approved. So we will have to wait. When will we do the swearing in?
So we can go to it tonight, it's effective July 1st. We'll swear him in tonight.
So you can, oh,
Yep, yeah, he's here.
Swear away.
So we're gonna swear me in, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Who's gonna do that?
Come on forward.
We're ready.
Come on up.
Up here.
Well,
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Chad Carlin,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear.
that I will support, protect, and defend
Support, protect, and defend
the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Montana.
the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the United
And that I will discharge the duties of my office
Discharge the duties of office.
as probationary volunteer firefighter
Provision. Voluntary firefighter.
with fidelity, so help me God.
Ability, so help me God.
That's great.
Thank you. Thanks, Chad. Well, okay.
All right. Next one. I don't know if I should say this, that it's a great pleasure.
No, it is not. What's a big
But-
one?
I would like to present for our chorus. Stay, sorry.
Yeah.
20 years ago, part of your time was, that was your name, part of the time. Well, so I didn't get it all wrong.
No. Right.
Congratulations, 20 years, we're gonna see, go and enjoy your hire.
I'm going to.
Be a street.
Thanks, Don.
Get ya?
Yeah.
Sure.
And Mayor and Council, I think it's important to recognize that this is Barb's last council meeting.
No.
After so many over these 20 years. So this will be her last, so July 1st will be effective.
We all,
Retirement date.
we all vote nay. We vote
Yeah.
nay.
Good big motion. Wow.
I need yours. Yeah.
Okay, next piece of business. Visitors, public comment for anything that is not on this evening's agenda, please come forward.
Sure.
Seeing none, we'll move on. To ordinances and resolutions. First one is final reading ordinance number 841. Amending the Columbia Falls zoning map to allow the development of a planned unit development PUD overlay for the property located at 1800 Aluminum Drive. Also would be included in that motion would be with the correction offered by Councilperson Price. I have a motion and a second.
I make a motion to approve the final reading ordinance number 841, amending the Columbia Falls zoning map to allow the development of planned unit development overlay for the property located at 1800 Aluminum Drive with the changes as previously discussed to Exhibit B, condition number 2.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded to approve the final reading ordinance 841 with one improvement or one change. May I have a roll call, please?
Counselor Price,
Aye.
Counselor Robinson,
Aye.
Counselor Staub,
Aye.
Counselor King,
Nay.
Mayor Barnhart.
Aye. Final reading ordinance number 841 is approved. Next, final read ordinance 842. Amending the Columbia Falls zoning map from county L1 light industrial to CR5 two-family residential. Are there any questions on this before we move to a final vote? All right, may I have a motion, please?
I make a motion for the final reading ordinance 842, amending the Columbia Falls zoning map from County Light 1 Industrial to CR5 2-family residential.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded to pass on final reading ordinance 842. May I have roll call, please?
Counselor Robinson,
Aye.
Counselor Stop,
Aye.
Counselor King,
Nay.
Counselor Price,
Aye.
Mayor Barnhart.
Aye. Final reading ordinance 842 is approved. Next one, we have a final reading ordinance 843, amending the zoning regulation at Title 18 of the Columbia Falls Municipal Code. That was something that we had gone over pretty extensively. Having this has to do with Malupa. May I have a motion, please?
Motion to approve ordinance number 843, amending the zoning regulation at Title 18 of the Columbia Falls Municipal Code.
I'll second that.
Motion's been made and seconded to approve final reading ordinance 843. May I have a roll call, please?
Counselor Stop,
Aye.
Counselor King,
Aye.
Counselor Price,
Aye.
Counselor Robinson,
Aye.
Mayor Barnhart.
Aye. Ordinance number 843 is approved on final reading. Next item is final reading, ordinance number 844, amending the zoning regulations to Title 17. Again, this has to do with Malupa. May I have a motion, please?
Motion to approve ordinance number 844, amending the zoning regulations at Title 17 of the Columbia Falls Municipal Code.
I will second that.
Motion's been made and seconded to approve on final reading ordinance 844. May I have a roll call, please?
Counselor Stop,
Aye.
Counselor King,
Aye.
Counselor Price,
Aye.
Counselor Robinson,
Aye.
Mayor Barnhart.
Aye. Final reading, ordinance number 844 is approved. Next is a resolution number 1964, approval for Heritage Days 2026. 1967.
Does Kathy have to recuse herself since that she's on here, or is that even an issue?
Because Kathy's on.
Because she's part of the committee, does that even have anything to?
No,
Okay,
there's no pecuniary interest to let her
okay,
volunteer.
Okay,
just want to make sure.
okay, can I have a motion or did I already get that?
I make a motion to approve resolution number 1967, approval for Heritage Days 2026.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded to approve resolution 1967, approval for Heritage Days. May I have a roll call on this, please?
Counselor King,
Aye.
Counselor Price,
Aye.
Counselor Robinson,
Aye.
Counselor Stop,
Aye.
Mayor Barnhart.
Aye, resolution 1967 is approved. All right, moving along. Yeah. Moving along, we've got reports, business from mayor and council. You want to start down in your end?
Absolutely. I have nothing.
Absolutely nothing. Oh, my goodness.
I have nothing also.
I just had a question, with all this recent rain, that hillside, how are we doing on that?
I know there's been no observed movement or anything like that. That line item for rehabilitation of that hillside will be part of the budget discussions coming this year.
Okay,
But there's no movement.
Nobody's-
Side
okay, great, yeah, that's
that we're aware of.
good news.
Well, that we're aware of. I mean, we definitely took a look at it, but
Yeah, okay. All right, yeah, that's all my only question, so.
Kelly?
I already discussed 4th Avenue West with you.
do you mind explaining, because I think other
so-
people are seeing similar kind of complications with that.
There is with 4th Avenue West South. Down by my house, it hourglass is a little bit.
Yeah.
At 9th, 10th, I wanna say it's 11th where it jets out, and then also there's the sewer drain or something there. and two large trucks cannot pass in that section. Like if Kathy went out with her truck and John went out with his truck, they would not be able to pass in that section. There was a yelling match out there today. I actually heard it down at my house on the corner of 13th and had to look. And finally one of them backed up and the other one went through, or the other one went through and then this one went through. But it is quite a bottleneck right there and it is a high traffic area. But I don't know if that's complete that way, or I kind of like the fact that it's going to slow traffic down on that road. But my husband says it's causing people to gun it after they get through that. It's causing a little bit of road rage. So I don't know what the permanent look is going to be or anything right there, but right there where it hourglass is like that, it's already an issue.
So we'll take a look at it tomorrow. I'll have the team take a look at the specific. We talk a lot about that. There's a manhole in that corner that we have orange cones around that's maybe compressing that intersection a little bit more. But we'll take a look at it. I mean, this public needs to recognize that that's still a construction zone. It's still a very active construction zone.
Yes.
And that, they need to use extreme, additional caution when they're in there, by opening up the road, the city's taking some, liability as well as the contractor to increase access. If, we continue to see challenges with people driving safely and slowly, we'll just have to close it until it's asphalt, So the contractor was able to work with us at our request to open up that road before final asphalt covering. So we'll have police look at it. We'll look at engineering and contractor as well as the police look at the safe usage of that road in its current condition. But if we have to, we'll just shut it back down.
Great, thank you.
Anything else, Kelly?
Do you want to bring up the CMOC?
Well, we got it.
Okay, that is all I have. Thank you.
Okay, I guess I just have one, two. I was very disappointed to see the problem down here at the bathroom down at the skating park, but I know we're dealing with it. The other thing I wanted to bring up is since the first year we have had 2 meetings a month, and this is our second meeting in June, correct? Actually, our third meeting in June. Of those meetings, councilperson CMOC has attended 5. I'm not sure how this council wants to address that, but I think we're really letting down the folks in this community when we don't have the representation that is required and and to have good discussions. We've gone through some real serious things, and to have missed that many meetings. Let's see, where was I at? We were at 12 and 13 meetings, and he attended 5. Well, that's not acceptable. I have emailed him twice and actually texted him twice. The first time he said he understood and he would do better. In the second one, I never got a reply to. I was a little bit more forward on that he needed to look at his commitment. If he can continue with the commitment that he signed up for, he needs to let us know. If not, he needs to take a careful look at if this is the right job for him at this time. So I'd ask if there's any further discussion from any of the council folks here who would like to say anything concerning that.
Well, I believe it's a disservice to our community and our community deserves better. And I don't know if we have a set of rules or if we need to create one since this situation has arrived. I don't know what the solution is, what the legal, I guess, solution is. Do you know, Mayor?
We've talked about it, and there are several opportunities that we could do, but it's still up in the air. The manager is still working towards trying to find us the best solution for this. This has never happened to us in the past. In the past, we've had council folks that have had to move out of town. They lived out of town and worked 5 days a week at another job, and then they would come back to attend the council meeting again. And that gentleman stepped aside. Once this was pointed out, I was certainly hoping that the same thing would have happened in this case. But obviously it hasn't. So at this point, I think we're just gonna kind of let the manager look at it and possibly bring us some options. Unless someone on the council has an idea.
No, he's an elected official. I guess I would ask Justin, is there anything in statute?
The law allows, several things to be done, including, verbal reprimand. And this is taken from, some communication I had with the mayor. Written reprimand, adopt a formal resolution of censure, you can remove him from, committee assignments. We do not have an ordinance in Columbia Falls that speaks to that under the section for city council. Our council procedures do not contemplate what those requirements or penalties for violating those requirements would be. The courts in Montana have not spoken to it. What happens in the statutes don't say clearly one or the other. It does say in one statute, it's a 1-sentence statute, and that's always dangerous. So there's a lot of room for challenging both based on constitutional requirements and the requirement for due process, being an elected official. So I'd be really hesitant to take, just an action based on the statute that says, well, the city council can, remove or censure or whatever. When you look at the case law in Montana, it's not addressed it with one interpretation from the court. We did that without an ordinance or without an underlying council policy. You can create one of those, and then going forward, you can base that decision on prospective actions from the date of the ordinance or council procedure adoption. You can look back and say, okay, they knew about this, they went through hearings, we adopt this ordinance, and yet they still continue to not. The other option is for a petition for recall by the voters.
Right. We're gonna impeach him.
Again, we have to tread carefully on this. With legal, we don't know where his mind is at on this whole deal. But I do know when I went through, we're looking at council procedures. We talk about the fact that if you're gonna be out of town for 10 days, you come to the council and let us know that you're gonna do that, quite honestly. The other thing that maybe we should look at is letting the manager or the city clerk know when you cannot attend the meeting prior to the meeting. That's always been the way we've done it. It's just we never had it in our procedures. So people have always been good with that, and we never had an issue before. But maybe that's one of the things that we could change. And then putting something about continuous absenteeism in them. So any further discussion on this?
I definitely agree with the verbal reprimand and the written, and then possibly adopting a resolution or an ordinance, just trying to move toward that direction instead of waiting 2-3 more months without any progress on our part. Has a verbal reprimand been done? Have you verbally spoken with him?
All I've had is text message, or excuse me. I don't know. Can I read what I sent him last? Yes. Yes.
And that
Let me tell you.
Okay.
Right where I'm at here. So this was sent last Tuesday afternoon. You have been absent for 6 of 12 meetings since taking office. 4 absences, you did not take the time to inform the clerk. This is unacceptable behavior by a member of the city council. Please evaluate your commitment to the city and constituents. myself and the entire council are concerned that you do not prioritize the service to the city. Please attend meetings or step aside. Consider this and contact me so I may pass your decision on to the council. Mayor Barnhart. So that was when, and I have not received anything back. So that being said, does that satisfy you and Paul, guys, or you want to move? I don't know, can we do the letter of censure or anything else in return? Can we do that tonight?
Yeah, you can. And it's a choice between the two. It's like it's a verbal reprimand by the council or it's a written reprimand that the council would agree upon, voice vote is fine, and then the mayor will sign.
And then can that be sent certified?
Yeah.
Well, I would think so.
Yeah, well, you never know.
Yeah.
No, I agree,
Yeah.
but that can be part of the motion.
Right.
So I've kind of done the verbal end of it. I think that at this point, we need to discuss what we would want in a letter of censure. That's correct. Verbiage on that. So what would you guys like?
Kind of like your text message.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you were really clear to the point. Maybe something similar, because then it's the same information just being repeated in writing. Unless we need to add a few more things in there. And that letter would come from the city, correct? Eric, would you be the one writing that, or the
No,
mayor
that would
would?
be from the council.
Okay,
It could either be signed by all 7 or signed by the mayor or all 6, or it could be signed by the mayor on behalf of.
Mhm. Well, and
But
I-
it'd be appropriate for me to sign.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, and I think it would be appropriate for all the council members to sign individually. That way it's just not on the mayor, that we all are in agreement that he's doing a disservice to our community and to the constituents. So and we've had big stuff.
Is the time frame
Yeah,
for response.
yeah.
Can we put our time frame on for a response?
Yeah,
Like a-
you're not saying what's gonna happen if he doesn't. you know,
Yeah.
Because the choices are pretty limited, but, you know.
Yeah, because we
And
can't
adopt
remove.
ordinance or something, but yeah, you can say we'd like to know what your decision is within, you say, 30 days or whatever.
15
So
Yeah, our next meeting is
July.
1, 2, yeah.
By the next meeting.
Mhm.
say, right now, the responses on before the next meeting.
what are you thinking, 20?
July 6th is about 15 days or so. Let's see, 1, 2, 7,
14.
14. Is that what you're
Wait, oh, I'm looking at the wrong month.
Yeah.
Prior to the next council meeting.
Yeah,
July,
that's perfect.
July 6th.
Yes,
And who should he respond to?
to maybe you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
respond to you, and then you can inform the clerk or the members of the council what you got.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
July 6th is also a council meeting, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that, yeah, I like the fact that we're putting some
And-
time frame on this.
And when the mayor was counting how many meetings, does that include all the special sessions we've had as well? Because we didn't just do meetings, we had where we met every Monday, for Malupa. Does that include those as well?
If it was like a committee meeting, I did not count those.
Okay.
counted
I don't
the-
think he was on any of the committees.
No, I mean like the joint session with
Like
planning
last week.
commission. Remember when we would meet every Monday?
Yeah.
I was just wondering if that included those dates too, because I don't think he was here at a lot of those either.
Well, we've had, instead of just the 2 meetings, which would make 12, we've had one other one, so we had 13.
I think we
Up to
had
this point.
one other one. Wouldn't you think?
Yeah,
It doesn't matter.
We'll
Yeah.
look at it
Yeah,
and see that. And
Yeah.
put that in this language of the letter.
Yeah. Chastity, are you gonna need, or did you get it out from my reading of that you could put that together as a letter? then for us to sign? Or do I need to come in and go over the text or?
Yeah, if you can forward the text to me, I'll write the letter, and then have that available for you all this week.
Okay.
And we also have the recording.
Do you know how to forward a text?
No.
Okay.
But I don't know how to do the text. I've tried.
Yeah.
So that being said, we need a motion to do this.
I'm really struggling with this. He is an elected official, just as we all are. He's answerable to the taxpayers. You know, the censorship. You know, what are we really gaining by censoring him? And we don't really, no one's talked to him, so we don't understand why he's not showing up. And so I don't want to get into a position where I feel like I'm threatening him. I'm struggling with the fact that he's an elected official, because I'm an elected official, and frankly, if I got it, wouldn't be very happy.
Well, I think
Just ask him.
it's important that you're not threatening him,
Right?
right? Because you can't really do much.
Mm-mm.
You are simply informing him. that-
Well, we need to make sure then that, I mean, do we even provide him with more information? Maybe he doesn't have the information that he needs to understand why.
So what further information? would-
Yes. Is there anything within the city that requires that he attend the meetings?
We
He's
don't
saying no.
have- we don't
Right,
have a policy,
okay.
right? But
So-
I don't think you're making this statement by saying it's a disservice to the student.
And I believe we're just asking for communication. We're sending them a letter saying we haven't heard from you this many times.
So you can certainly
Ask.
couch the letter in those terms,
Mm-hmm.
right? Also say that, you know, you can consider this, you know, a written reprimand as required, as allowed by law.
Sorry. It's Christopher C.
Certainly say that.
What if we use like words like please? You know, please
Yeah,
come to the meetings and do what you were elected to do or something like that. I don't know.
again, he's answerable to the taxpayers, which I am a taxpayer, but
Yeah.
you know, it.
How about this paragraph along with others? This letter of censure is intended to be a formal expression of disapproval and a call to corrective action. It does not remove you from office or limit your authority as an elected official, but it does serve as an official record of the council's concern.
I like that.
Oh, I like that. You know, one thing you did bring up, Paula, is the first time I contacted him, he said work was hectic. That's why he couldn't make meetings.
So is mine.
Yeah, I'm just saying, but he did come back and say why he couldn't make meetings. So I just want to let you know.
Okay, anyhow,
Okay, so at this
I can
point,
live with that.
do we want a motion to do this?
Yeah.
Can I have one? Please.
I make a motion that a letter is typed up to share our concern with lack of communication by Councilman Christopher Seamock, for the mayor to come in and help draft the letter, and then eventually the council members to sign, to then send certified to his address.
Well, that's not an address.
Yeah.
I think is what you're.
And include in the motion that the concern is mostly over the lack of attendance.
Yes. Included in the motion is the concern of lack of attendance.
But that was, so you don't want to use my text, which already had all
No,
that stuff
we'll
in
use
it.
parts of it and then parts of what Eric said and parts of,
However you want to do it, I don't.
we just want
Just
to,
so we get it there.
yes, we want to just make sure that we're asking for communication. Please, you know, let us know what's going on and, you know, where you been? 'Cause we can't, like Paula said, we can't threaten and we don't really have anything we can do at this point. We just are, you verbally communicated, now we're writing to him and served, certified. Now he has it. Now it's the ball's in his court.
Could we,
That's
could
a
we,
long motion.
wait, when you get something put together, could you send that to the council members? And then everybody will know it's been done and we can come in and individually sign that.
I'll try for you more.
Thank you. So did we get a motion?
I
That was
guess
a motion.
that was okay, I make a motion for a letter to be drafted to Councilman Christopher C. Mock in regards to communication with the council on his attendance record to be drafted by Manager Hanks and sent out to the council for review and signatures.
Wow, you made that long.
I was listening the first time.
Okay, we have a motion to put together a letter of censure. I
Second.
need a second.
That was short.
Motion's been seconded. All in favor in the council, say aye.
Aye.
I,
Motion.
Aye.
Thank you, everybody.
Reserved. Aye.
Oh, you can,
You could post.
this is just something I've been around doing this thing since 2003. Never ran into this,
Mhm.
you know, see, and it's been a long time. I just want you to know I'm just really unhappy with what's going on. Okay, so, city manager report.
Mayor and council, last week, well, and the previous week as well, we've been having significant internet problems. I think there's some people throughout the community that are having challenges with the CenturyLink and Lumen internet. We were down for 2.5 days, so working on hotspots and then meanwhile, we also had a server failure on one of our aging servers. We're ongoing a IT modernization to go to the cloud, and this is part of the reasons the old 2012 2014 servers. So we had some challenges. Staff worked through them this week, and this week's a lot better than last week, and so looking forward to that. Calendar wise, 6th July. So this council meeting was supposed to be a fee schedule discussion. We didn't have access to all the files, and we knew we were missing some information. So we'll do the city fee schedule on 6th July, along with discussion about our revenue funds, debt service, and compensation. Asking for a city council budget workshop on the following Monday, the 13th of July. That would be the primary discussion about the overall budget and what we heard during the different committees, talking about expenditures and capital improvement plan and the TIF specifically. And then we'll move on from there with the budget cycle. Significant work is happening across the park infrastructure. I'll let Chief talk a little bit, but we are getting we're having some problems with vandalism. Mayor mentioned vandalism at the Finn Holt restroom, intentional in nature, and it kind of goes along with some of the other juvenile activities that are happening around the skate park area. So Chief will talk through that. We had vandalism at River's Edge restrooms, in the porta potties specifically, and I think it was marinara sauce that was thrown throughout the entire porta potty. We got some public complaints about the conditions in the restrooms there. So that happened, I think, today. It may have been on Friday. So the police department's actively involved in trying to find the culprits of this, but there's ongoing discussion with the chief and I and city attorney. We introduced it as city attorney today, so it'll be a little bit of time, but you know, possibly some kind of ordinance that'll house us some flexibility. You know, when we do find somebody that's intentionally removing the amenities of our public parks, that we can restrict access. It's a touchy subject. It's difficult. We got to make sure we write it right. But some of the parents are not responding very well to their juvenile misconduct within their family. So, but we can't allow continued vandalism of our parks. The Significant work at the pool to get it open this week. We had a new sign up project process for swim lessons. Most of that is going very well. We've a couple of new lessons learned, but a lot of positive feedback this weekend from participants at the pool. And then I think the swim lessons sign up processes have been very well received. We had about 90 swim lesson sign up in that first day. And then we allowed for signups throughout the entire season, not just for the first session. So people can plan out their summer. So working through that, pretty excited about what the pool team's doing. We still have an ongoing hiring action for a seasonal park worker, for the park staff, and then police officer. Police chief can give you an update on what our way ahead for that is. And then city attorney applications are due next Monday. And then the intent will be to have a hiring board that week. And so a recommendation is maybe 2 members of the council's personnel committee to participate in that interview committee. So if there's any council members that are interested in that, we can talk about it immediately following this. Just for clarity, still working with the contractor on the fishing pier. It's not to their acceptable standards for cleaning up for the summer. Because they can't install the pier at this time because of the water level and the soil conditions. So plan is to install that in September. But in the meantime, we're expecting the River's Edge Pond area to be cleaned up. So we have better public access. We continue to work through with the construction engineer and the contractors on those improvements. And that is, I'll have an update for council procedures. So there's, but as we talked through this recently, earlier in the meeting about council procedures, there's various things that the city staff's recommending that we update in the council procedures. Probably we can maybe speed it up a little bit. We were originally thinking August, September to kind of get through some of the budget stuff, but there's some other issues in the council procedures that we want to address. And that is it for city manager's report. I'll be out of the office the rest of the week on vacation, but be available through cell phone.
Good. Any council members have any questions for the manager? We move on. Seeing none. City attorney, do you have anything for us, Justin? By the way, thank you for looking into those questions I asked you.
No, we talked about and dealt with in the last several weeks, a lot of meetings. Can't think of anything.
Okay, Chris. Okay. Chief Weeks.
Couple things that we've been super busy with training out and myself this weekend. I was in a L-130, which is leadership. It's leading emergency responders for the 40-hour course that was Friday through. We finished up this afternoon. Lots of training going on, especially new volunteers. And then you'll also probably start seeing the career staff out there today, because today they started going through employee hires we've been doing annually. So you'll see them out and about over the next month and a half or hires and stuff. So
Thank you. Hugh Stevens.
Yes, Mayor Council. So we talked first about vandalism at the skate park. You know, the one thing that gives me pause with this is that 99% of the people that use the parks are great and use them for what they're for, take good care of them, good stewards of the parks. And that's great to see. And it's a very small percentage of people that make it rough for the rest of us and community members that want to use those parks. One of the problems that we've run into in dealing with those folks is, although we know who they are, a lot of times, and we can't charge them, we can't preclude them from being in parks. We don't have that authority right now. I sent forward a draft of an ordinance that Justin's going to review for us and take a look at the legalities of it. I'm familiar with this type of an ordinance that would allow us to preclude people from parks for a certain amount of time. And but I want to make sure it meets all Montana law that would apply to it. That would be an extra tool for us. As far as the department hiring, we have one background that is almost completely done, just waiting for the final testing. We're looking for a hiring date, July 1 for that person. And then we have another background process right now that we're doing, and that would bring us to full staff. Now, mind you, that's fully hired, but not full trained. That usually takes a few months because the academy is involved in that, and these folks that we've hired recently are looking at our lateral officers, so it'll take a little bit to get them up to speed and working by themselves. And then also with Councilor King and Councilor Robinson actually talked to me earlier today. I communicated with the excuse me, the Public Works Manager about Fourth Avenue and the not so much as the narrowing of it, but a little bit more to do with the speed. He's gonna contact the contractor, see if we can get some signs up there to make sure that people understand it's gravel. They need to reduce their speed. It's not 25 miles an hour through there. Right now it'd be better if they were doing about 10 or 15 miles an hour, so we work on that.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Okay,
That's all I have.
thank you.
Can I ask him a question?
Sure.
Chief Stevens, you said you're working on that resolution about the restrictive park access. Are you also including compensation? Like that they would have to pay the parents would have to pay the city back, or?
That's something that the courts take on in the prosecution efforts.
Okay.
So the prosecutor would have to ask for that as part of the case resolution.
Okay, okay, thank you.
Anything? No? Seeing none, I entertain a motion.
I got it.
Then I'll say